Radiant team pick.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
You want to run because you don't know what the carry is, you don't know the lane. Like, for example, Centaur looks nice here because he's just consistent. He won't lose at most lanes, and he always offers something nice for your team, particularly for the troll. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Centaur here. Along the same veins, on Mars seems fine to me as well.
Okay, yeah, give you a little bit more team fight because right now...
Or Legion.
You don't really have a whole lot of team fight. You have the threat of the RP, which is very real.
Yeah.
But if it's a position 5 mag, then it's a little bit less scary.
Yeah.
Because that Blink Dagger, instead of maybe, oh, it's 15 minutes, mag is missing off the map, let me not farm this group wave. It's going to be, it's 25 minutes, now I shouldn't be farming this wave. So that changes the way a carry can be played. Especially if it's a position 5 mag, yeah, 25 minutes is pretty hopeful.
Yeah, you're looking for something that won't lose most lanes against carries, because again, they can just counter pick you. Oh, the silencer pick.
Okay, so it is the mag off lane.
No, they picked the silencer off lane last time, remember?
Okay, yeah, that's right, they did.
I'm pretty sure it's the silencer off lane, because they did this last time as well. I mean, now Motivate has a pretty good lineup for a ranged carry, honestly. Honestly, not a bad game for an Arc Warden.
Interesting.
He's really good against Troll. Ember's the only problem for the Arc.
Yeah, because he closes the gap quite nicely.
But he doesn't deal enough damage like a Storm or a Void Spirit, so usually Arc Warden can kind of deal with him, and Silencer's not really a problem. Like, honestly, any range carry here makes the Silencer pick a bit weak, because even if you go for the Magnus off lane, it still sucks against range carry. Okay. So if you want like a Weaver, Clinks, Medusa, Arc Warden, whatever it is, because Drow is banned, because Drow is obviously the best pick here.
What about a Gyrocopter? You already have an Ember and a Troll who need a little bit of longer fights. We don't really have any nukes, so the fights are going to be longer by their nature. So I feel like a Gyro maybe could excel here.
Yeah, I don't love Gyro against Silencer. Besides that, Lifestealer, okay. Alright, so they don't really take advantage of the Silencer pick, I think, as much. I mean, it's not like Lifestealer loses the lane against them, but they certainly don't try to abuse that revealing such a crazy pick or such a unorthodox offlaner. Lifestealer's okay. He doesn't do anything special with your lineup. You have a pretty decent lineup to use with a Lifestealer. He's pretty good against the Ember Spirit. He'll beat both Silencer and Magnus in lane, though Silencer can give him a bit of trouble if they know how to play that matchup well. It's okay. It's alright. There's nothing too special about anything Motivate is doing. They just have a really good team fight and a solid carry. It's just a solid lineup with good synergy. Nothing wrong about this, honestly. No weaknesses to this lineup particularly, but no really big strengths by their 5-on-5. Whereas Neon Esports, they have some nice counter initiation with the Silencer. The Silencer opens up a lot of avenues to single target pickoffs, which is what they excel at for the most part. And hopefully they can use a Troll to get some pushing power in and win in the early mid game when there's still much more skirmishes, many more, you know, 2 versus 3 engagements, 3 versus 4 engagements where not the whole team is appearing. I'm still siding with Motivate though. It's much easier to play this draft. The easy execution gives me a lot more confidence in their lineup.
Yeah, I have to agree. We've seen a bit of Silencer in the offlane. We've seen it do somewhat decently, but I'm not too convinced about how well it'll do. Especially here versus Jackie. I mean, Jackie, the Lifestealer is one of his favorites, not only because then he can show off all of his beautiful cosmetics, but then also just because he does very well in the matchup. It's a hero that he's very used to playing, and that we've seen him have a lot of success on. Not to mention he's got a lot of things to back him up. They have a save with the Wyvern, with a Snapfire, both of which are just okay, I would say, this game, because we still have a decent amount of magic damage that both Ember and even a Troll, once he gets that MKB, can actually start doing. So it's not a guaranteed save, but it's pretty darn good, especially early on, just a cold embrace. But game 1 in between these two teams. Motivate Trust, the winners of the BTS Pro Series Season 2 here in the SEA region, versus Neon Esports, who have been on the up and up. Recently, yeah.
Never ask a wyvern why. Whoops. Chill, baby.
I didn't know you could call a timeout for more.
I think that's really accurate. The team fights especially. I think a lot of the individual players here on the side of Neon are very strong. You have Scam, JG especially. Play hard. I do like him on the supports, generally speaking, especially on the Rubik. It's not one of my favorite go-to Rubiks in the SEA region, but I think he'd be definitely up there. You'd be remiss to not name him.
Drafts like these, if your understanding of the level is not as high as theirs, right? Like they really are seeing Dota and deconstructing the game and everything, which is why you kind of want to support them, right? Because you like the people that are trying to breach the frontier of Dota. But
you want them,
some tournaments are just not working for you.
I like watching the guys that break the game, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you like watching the speedrunners, because they go, hey, you know, this wall, you can walk through it, and you're like, what?
Yeah, that's why I always buy Silver Edge in each of my games, because I like to break the game.
I like it. I get it. I understand.
I'm turning into you. We're trying to do things.
You are. I guess we're swapping roles. Yeah. Here's what I have to say. That's stupid. You're stupid.
That's a great swapping. You sound exactly like me. You're so good at this.
At the horn, looks like we might be fighting a little bit. No, not really. Jackie, the golden retriever set, as I like to call it, is going to be backing up. He's got no support here early on.
Wait, the golden retriever? Oh, right. Okay.
Golden retriever. You see?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Can you imagine if someone told you, like, your lifestealer, right? Someone comes by to you and goes, I'm going to replace all your bones with gold.
With gold.
Like,
and also surrounding you when you walk is a cloud of gold and dust. And Jackie's like, hell yeah, how much do I need to pay?
Like, you're choking on your own body as you walk, and your bones are, like, not the best, because gold is not actually the best metal.
Interesting. So we're going for a try on Shrine here, and I think this is going to be a big win for Neon Esports, just because you have the Rubik.
And the silencer.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Two people that make trading just suck in general.
And yeah, exactly. I mean, Winter Weapon's not bad for tries because the level 1 is really strong, but Snapfire is not ideal because you want a lot more points in your level 1, level 2. Snapfire requires the experience. Meanwhile, Magnus is like, well, I don't care. I'm never getting experience anyway. Yeah. Joke's on you. My game ended the day begun. All right.
Huh. Q as well has actually started with a Blightstone on the support Snapfire. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but it seems like they were expecting this kind of tri-lane action here.
Yes, I agree with you. It seems like they had an idea in mind. I do think that in a tri-lane, Snapfire is warranted to go for a pointed little shredder because it does deal a fair amount of damage, you know?
I get what you're saying there, but at least with the Blightstone, you already have like a half value point in that.
No, you go for both, is what I'm saying. Like, it combines nicely together, which I like very much. I mean, Snapfire's attack animation is really nice, and you have the fastest projectile in the game. Well, up there with Sniper Gyrocopter, right? The instant projectiles. So, that's very, very nice. I agree. Though I still like the lineup a bit more, because Silencer especially is really good in tri-lanes. One Arcane Curse, and they can't use anything for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Plus, of course, the auto attack modifiers are just always really nice. That's why you said Arctic Burn is so good, which is very true. Fade Bolt as well makes trading even less efficient. It's not a very fun level 1. With levels, though, this tri-lane for Motivate Trust does get a lot easier. And the good news is that Jackie, once he gets that skill point in Rage, is basically good to go here, unless he gets massively skewered out of position. But that should not be happening in a tri-lane.
Yeah, not with the Rage, of course, right? So, as you can always avoid it in time. Also, Lifestealer, he's not going to get kills on you, most likely, unless you make a mistake, but he's definitely going to farm, because this hero has 8 range sustainability with the Feast already, so it's kind of difficult to bring down a Lifestealer. This tri-lane has many more chances of killing the supports, really, than killing the carry, in my opinion. Yeah. I already have Cookie on Q, by the way, so now it's become even harder for this. Interesting.
I'm just glancing over at mid lane. Just about, I mean, it's dead even right now, 13-2 to 13-2, as Yopaj is going to barely have a little bit of an advantage here. But just about even here. So nice, nice close mid lane between the two. It is going to be the Resonant Pulse build here thus far, with only a singular point in the Flame Guard, opting from put the first point in the Sleight of Fist, it looked like.
Interesting. Yeah. Usually the advantage I see from Ember Spirits in the mid lane is that it's hard to take away their Flame Guard once you get enough levels in it, right? As a Void Spirit, because you deal just barely enough magical damage. So usually that's the most abused part. which is why it's interesting that he chooses to go for Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, first especially.
Yeah, exactly.
They're fighting top though. It's popping off a little bit. Oh, the great skewer though. Jackie doesn't have point in rage underneath the tower. He is dead. JG, can they get one in return? No, the Splinter Blast is not going to connect.
I think Jackie misread that a bit, right? Like underestimated the power that they had and went for the open wounds point, thinking they could be aggressive. But I didn't see many chances of you being aggressive this lane. However, I did see chances of the opponents being quite aggressive, like they're doing right now against Q. They have the shockwave right now. They want to bring him back, but you know, they decide to just kick him out of the lane for now.
Yeah,
JG happy with that. Already 2 intelligence to his name.
Exactly. It's the first +2 of hopefully many for him. As we'll check in our bottom lane here in just a bit. But we're just looking over at mid. Nice job on the aggressive fortify to make sure that Ember didn't actually eat any auto attacks from the tower, because they are contesting. Oh wow, good rune there.
Hard to feel it with the Sleight of Fist. Impressive.
Good effort. Good effort.
Good effort. He did go for the Flame Guard in the end, right? So he's still maxing the Flame Guard. It was just an early point to Sleight of Fist. Probably still gets the extra. It's fair, right? I like this build. This is the best build for farming as well.
Masaros? He's okay. He's a tide.
Yeah, actually, Scam could be in trouble, in fact. Immediately. Yeah, he actually turns back, though. Masaros. Here's the Whirling Axes. But Scam is not going to follow, because another Anchor Smash could put him in difficulty.
He's got to respect that for sure.
Yeah. Especially under the trees. Once Tide goes into the trees, you just leave him be, right? You don't want to get a surprise Anchor Smash.
Big win there for Yopaj. They still continue to fight. Dodges the 8th, the Remnant, canceling actually the regeneration rune immediately with the Sleight of Fist. Either that or a Flame Guard tick must have done it. But a big win there for him. And I think both mid laners now are going to be having to pick up a 5-minute bounty, and that's going to be their only source of bottle refill for now.
No, John L really wants that bounty from the top lane. Let's see, Rulek as well joining in. A shockwave view. They want to kill Q. Skewer is available for John L, but he missed the cookie. Well played, John L. However, he still dies there, but in exchange for a kill, and a second one now on Boombell. Did they get the bounty rune?
They did not.
No, Boombell got it. Okay.
That's okay though. I mean, JG, he's totally happy with this, right? Now that I think about it, he loves this. He always, of course, especially as the offlaner, is going to put that first one of the Glaives of Wisdom, so you can already start to accumulate the stolen intelligence. He's up to 6 already early on, so keep an eye out on him, because he's becoming. We're going to need to fast track him. You know, he might have to skip kindergarten or something like this.
Yeah, no, he's already skipped kindergarten, dude. He's already in first grade. This dude learned the colors in a day, man. It was incredible. AG is so smart.
It is really funny. That's how you're like, my kindergartner is so smart. He knows the alphabet. You're like, wow.
Yeah. I know the alphabet, right? I know the alphabet.
Huh? Why don't you call me smart, Dad?
Yeah, it was a big deal growing up. Anyway, Yopaj chasing after Fearless here in the middle lane. Nice Spirit there preventing Yopaj. Oh, no, Fearless missed it.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good protection, but not quite there. Yopaj just staying on him.
Beat him, yep.
Gonna beat him to the rune. We don't have Searing Chains though, but we do have Telekinesis. Fearless. Do we have Astral Step to simulate up to the high ground? We're fine.
Yep. We actually did now send the Magnus down bottom, so in response, Q will then rotate on over. Already level 6 here on Skem, as he's just going to be looking to steal as much farm as he can from the stack. Now, he's like, yes, come down here and empower me. It's time. It begins. These two are going to be like Io and Tiny, Io and Gyrocopter, Io and basically any other broken ranged hero in the game. They're going to be inseparable for a bit.
No, I think that in the bottom lane, Q was super happy to manage to actually get some experience now, right? Because he was in the tri lane, he was kind of starved for it, and the Snapfire just jumped to the opportunity. And Magnus is like, guys, I can finally max my empower so I can be a useful buff person.
There's a gank coming top for JG. We have 2 steps with the Astral Step. He does not have the global. He does have an Arcane Curse, but Fearless doesn't want to go for it.
No, that was smart, because they have TPs ready, and Ember Spirit is missing. So you don't know where the Ember Spirit was. Fearless could have been in trouble there, actually. But I like what JG's positioning was, though, there. Honestly, you're a Sun, so you kind of have to accept you're not a traditional offlaner, and if they gank you and you're slightly out of position, you're... So, he played really, really safely.
Oh, Fearless is going to scout the big stack, though.
Who's that for? Is that for Ember?
Yep. He's got now max Sleight of Fist. Fearless, though, he's going to just stick around here and steal some experience.
They pulled on my life.
JG. He's going to TP away. He should be fine.
Oh, no. There's still a fair chunk of that stack, especially the big creeps, and now Yopaj is also in trouble. He wants to down to the low ground. Q, we have a cookie. Is he going to try?
He's got to run it in 1. He's totally fine. Already with the phase boots here. We do have brown boots on Snap, so, you know, they could have kept JC if he was behind
JG. Starts to chunk at Boombell. Deals a fair amount of damage to Glaives of Wisdom level 3. Q as well. Where are you going? Nice stun with telekinesis. Q killed off by Yopaj. More intelligence for JG.
It's up to 8 now? Wow.
Yeah.
Smart cookie, dude.
Very, very nice. Nice one. Well, he's really happy with this because Live Wisdom, you saw against the Winter Wyvern, right? It just deals so much damage at this point, and he's good at trading. He can just stay up here and annoy the Lifestealer forever. His Tidehunter can't really do much against Troll once he gets enough levels. As we're seeing right now, where Masaros comes in, Anchor Smashes, walks away, because that's all you can realistically do against Troll.
Yep. Level 4 here for Jean-Noel is actually pretty huge, because now he has level 2 Empower to offer Scam, which will... you know, it kind of sucks when you play in this position, because like when the casters bring up your experience, wow, he's got really good experience. This means he can give level 3 Empower now. Exactly. To Scam.
And Chanel's like, I am more than just an Empower. I wanna be my own person.
Not for now, you are, Jean-Noel. Unfortunately, he will be running away again.
Oh my God, skewered by accident.
There's a DD rune active though. Scam is going to show up. Doesn't have the point in the ultimate yet, however. Does not have a point saved either way. Is the Global Science dodged out by Fearless? Are they fighting mid lane? Was that for bottom?
Jax thinks Radiant's
That was your Posh got
It
killed on
was?
Boombell because of that, I think.
Can't say he's wrong.
Ah, yes. Okay. Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Because I don't think the silence was for bottom. Well, maybe, you know, to make sure the Troll could just get there safely, but... You know, the real problem is not that Magnus died, is that Magnus died and Troll didn't have an Empower. That was the problem, right? You should have empowered him before you died there. Do your role, Magnus.
Come on, Magnus. You're not here for you to farm. We're here for you to watch Scam farm.
Exactly, that's your game, dude. What a fun game. Oh, again, he's gonna die. But this time he did empower the Troll, so it's all fine. Don't worry about it, John-L. You did your job.
Tanking another gang. He does get the D-Ward at the very least, so makes it a little bit safer for Troll's farm. But they're unable to actually boot Troll Warlord out of here. He's pretty strong right now. 21 charges, a bottle as well to sip on. I see some people questioning that. That's okay, because he was basically alone for the first half of the game. Well, the first 5 minutes of this game, I guess, since it's only 10 minutes in. The stacks, I mean, Motivate Trust are doing a great job here of stealing all the stacks that they can. As Fearless actually, I can't tell. I think, did Scam get those 3 or Fearless?
I'm actually not sure.
The blues are very similar tones, so I couldn't quite tell there. 2 little fights breaking out. Boombell is dead. Fearless has the Dissimulate away, and he's good to go.
Well, that to get another kill onto the Winter Wyvern. Small kill, but you know, Ember's at least making use of himself, right? Skem is a bit more annoyed in terms of farming potential right now than the Lifestealer. It's kind of been free farming in the top lane, and we see Silencer hasn't really been able to match him any longer. Like, yeah, you put a bit of pressure into Jackie, but he continues to farm, and his regen is just too much for you to deal with.
Oh, Snapfire is going to get caught and killed by Yapaj, as they will rotate over him. Fade Bolt level 3, plenty of magic damage, even for a relatively tanky hero like the Snapfire. There's Jackie doing a good job of pushing, even tanking a little bit here, so that the catapult can continue to just lay down some damage onto the tier 1 tower. Trying to just do what they can.
By Fearless.
Yeah, look at how aggressive. I love how aggressive Motivate Trust are playing this.
Yeah, I mean, and the best thing is they're ganking really far away from their carry, as opposed to what Neon is doing, right? So they're determining the tempo and giving their carry free space. However, Boombell might die here. We have the Winter's Curse ready. They could try to reinitiate here. Winter's Curse to get some time, but no. Boombell is just going to accept his own fate and fall after dewarding.
Almost got a second D-ward there. I mean, this is a very contested area right now, because that's where the Troll wants to be farming. I think Ember, well, Troll wants to just be farming anywhere he can, right? Getting stacks. But this means that the Ember, who's not off to a terrible start, let's be honest, also can't really farm in the same place. You have 2 people that want to be farming right now. You know, Paj is going for the Desolator, so I do like this. It allows him to fight a little bit earlier on. As Q is... Oh, the regen response stop rather for Fearless, but Q is going to get ran down here. Posh commits the first of his drum charges here, as he will dive the tier 1 tower for this, committing the 1 Remnant, still keeping 1 for his escape. Masaros, though, has the Ravage ready, and a bottle, too. They don't commit this, I think, though. There's the global. Oh my god! Okay,
yeah, well played, Yopaj, using the silence to kill Fearless, and they surprised him at the last second because Masaros was about to Ravage as well. Honestly, nice coordination there by Neon. That's hard to do, man. That shows that they've played a lot with the silencer offlane for some reason.
Yes, they have.
Or just Boombell, also in trouble. There we go, Shearing Chains. KG joins in. Now, I don't think Boombell can make out of this alive. And they do give the intelligence to the silencer. 10 intelligence. Officially graduated from grade school.
Yeah. I guess so, right? Into the high school he goes.
No, middle school, dude. What? Did you not have that in America?
No, 8th grade is grade school for us.
Oh, interesting.
And then with 9th grade is when you start your secondary.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah, I don't understand the British system. I hear people like you have
not
like
British. I went to
like
American school, which is why
A1s,
it's
you have like
surprising.
D3s.
What are you talking about?
There's so many like different tests and standards that are British. I don't understand. And then it's like, oh, the headmaster, he gave me an F, and I'm like, oh
Zion's
no,
top tower has some
it's very
raging
British.
shit.
Hermione Granger.
What? I don't want to answer that. Okay, I'm just concentrating on the game because your lack of culture is borderline. Ignorance is borderline racist at this point. Fearless in the bottom lane. There's a Searing Chains. Try to find Fearless, but there is no global silence this time, so it's harder to set up on him. Masaru's also nearby, and they start just throwing fire at the Rubik. Goodbye, Rubik. He does deal a fair amount of damage before he goes down. Yopaj might be able to finish off Fearless. As it stands right now, he goes for Boombell and gets the kill with the tower. Goodbye, Boombell. Yopaj now joining in is Jonel. They have the RP ready. Skewer, still RP. Masaros in trouble, but he doesn't have the Kraken Shell. Dispels the RP melee. Searing Chains again. The damage is sufficient, and Masaros will fall, breaking him open like a melon. His Ember Spirit so effective. Fearless in trouble, fighting against his. No, that was so easy. Sleight of fist, and he's done.
Did he not have TP? Oh, he cut you. I don't know what he was doing there.
He didn't have TP. He didn't have TP.
I guess the creep wave scouted him because he got the astral step off and away. Hold on, Yopaj isn't done, I think. Jackie has an armlet already, so pretty good farm here. Might be dead. He's got nothing here to actually infest to, but with the armlet, he is pretty darn tanky. He's okay.
Look at Zion's bottom tower.
Well played. This Ember Spirit by Yopaj is absolutely incredible. He's doing so much, man. You were saying, I don't know if I love this Ember Spirit, but look, it's just working.
I love how he's playing it, though, and I can't help that even though Motivate, they're doing the right thing. They're doing it not quite perfectly, so they're allowing for a lot of kills here, right? Because they're fighting into the Ember, which is somehow actually working really well for them. And look, 5 minutes ago, we had Motivate Trust invading, stealing stacks, and now it's the other way around.
JG could be in trouble. Remember the Lifestealer? They silence him. He still has the armlet though. It can toggle. Doesn't toggle correctly. Yopaj kills him with the Flame Guard mid-toggle. Masaru's now stopped as they still open wounds. Use it on him. He's in trouble, but he does dispel those Searing Chains. Now JG being aggressed by Fearless. They slow him down. Masaru skewer to save his life, but they commit the Ravage. You're gonna die today, JG. And down he goes. But in exchange for Masaru's offlaner for offlaner, as Fearless also in trouble. Rubik cosplaying as himself, and it's gonna be a bit difficult for Fearless to get away as there's 3 heroes circling him. Finally, they start to fight, and now rooting him down to the floor. They finish him off easily under his tier 2.
Yeah, Scum did a great job of just zoning out the supports. Most of the Winter Wyvern forced Wyvern to just Winter's Curse him for himself, so that allows. Oh, hold that thought. Actually, Scam. He should be okay. He's pretty fast. He uses the ultimate, has nothing to hit, so apparently he just runs back home.
You can control him if you don't have anything to hit.
Today I learned.
If there's no objective that Troll feels like he needs to murder in cold blood, then you can
I thought it would be like Wraith King Skeletons, where whatever you have vision on, he just starts booking it towards.
No, it's not like that. Thank God.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah. Imagine just Troll's like, oh, I heard the ultimate, but where is he? Oh my God, he's coming for me! And it just comes out of the trees like a madman. Oh.
Fearless? A little bit too fearless, maybe. Yopaj got some serious damage now with the Desolator up. That could very well be Roche.
That's why he's dealing so much damage. Yeah, that makes sense. The Desolator build. I actually love it. It's working wonders for them this game.
Yeah, DD room on scan, so this Roche is as good as dead here already. I mean, what do you even do? Well, that is going to be already Roche on 60-minute Roche. You actually still have the Empower DD on our Skemberlu as well, as he is incredibly farmed. Already has a Basher even. Deciding to go for that one before the MKB, which is interesting. I'm not against it. I think it's got a good item. The build-up for MKB is better in my opinion, but I mean, when you're this far ahead, I think he's pretty confident in just building whatever here and making it work. Plus a bash against any of these heroes, stopping a Lifestealer, Rage, BKB, maybe getting a lucky bash here onto our Void Spirit. It's all real good.
Yeah, we'll see now if Motivate can deal with this pressure that Neon keeps putting on them, because they need to be able to respond to at least one of these gangs, particularly by the Ember. There is one happening now bottom, Richie.
Yeah, Masaros, he's going to be the one to break the smoke, but they want Jackie. That's all that they want here. He actually has no Infest target either. No one running towards him. There's going to be the Global Silence, so now he can't even use the Infest spell. Stolen will now be that Rage, as Masaros doing a good job of holding him back. There's now the Winter's Curse, as well as the Yule Scepter locking down Yopaj. Set up for the Aether Remnant, but he's going to continue on fighting, chasing as Masaros has drawn the aggro faster of the three heroes. Back down the hill goes one. Was that a Ravage I heard? No, it wasn't, thankfully. They will finish off Masaros eventually.
Yeah, so in the end, Masaros does die, but honestly, in exchange for Jackie, I think it's quite good, because if he hadn't drawn aggro, he would. Okay, Jackie would die for sure. Yopaj, did he go for the combo? He did, so he went to the searing chains there. Hard to catch Fearless now. Fearless uses the Yule Scepter to spell the Flame Guard as well, and even sends out the
That's a Remnant stolen, though. Look at the cast range on Rubik here with the Aether Lens as well. He's dead.
Yes, he's down, and they start now lobbing fire at them, but JG just tanks it, no problem. He's an offlaner, Sansa, man. This guy has no issue with your Snapfires, Mortimer's Kisses.
Wow. Yeah, that was incredible. Range ups, even switches over to the strength stretch, just give him more HP.
Yeah, right.
Didn't even care. He's like, I dare you, run at me. And you see how little? He's like, this tickles. It's adorable.
It's great. I mean, honestly, is what it's when you play Silencer, or when you play any hero on the offlane, automatically you just become tankier, right? That's just the nature of Dota. You feel the courage surging up inside you. You realize you can go into any engagement, no problem. You become fearless.
I like it. I like it. Scam continuing to farm as he's, I mean, just going to keep doing that the whole game here with the Empower. Full Basher already done. He's the richest in the game. No surprise there. Yopaj not too far behind him, though, which is really impressive here out from Neon Esports.
6k lead still for Neon. I mean, when does Motivate start coming online this game? Do they? Or actually, yeah, they do. The 5-on-5 engagement, right? Is when it gets to the true mid game. That's gonna be a bit more difficult for Neon. Yeah. We haven't seen main successful Ravages just yet.
Yeah, we need a good Ravage here at the moment, because right now you can't expect the position 5 Wyvern to have really any items past maybe upgraded boots at this point. Well, actually, one item here at the 20-minute mark at least, and it will be, it looks like the Glimmer Cape as they get a kill on the Snapfire, but staying top lane. Looks like Playhard will get punished for trying to copy Fearless. Global Silence, though, as they are going to be fighting elsewhere. Look at this. Scam actually jumping on in, as he will end up getting 2 kills there.
And now bottom, Jackie still falling after JG. Nice chains onto 2. This Ember is ridiculous. And Yopaj, since he has the Aegis, is actually keeping him at bay, hoping for reinforcements to engage on them. Already he alone will kill them both. Yopaj, you're a madman. Look how much damage he did. Wasting their time and forcing them to go back while he himself conserves his Aegis as well. Yopaj is a monster this game, seriously.
Yeah. It's really showing his stuff this game. He's gonna have a BKB, DD rune into the bottle for him. Not to mention that, but a great global again for these 2 fights breaking out across the map. I saw them kind of skirmishing and butting heads in the river, but stood top there to see the first kill. Turning it into 2. Scam just kind of shows up. Now he's got enough money for the damage. I think actually just the whole MKB's coming to him now. Wow.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, Basher MKB. This is the true glass cannon troll lineup. But try fighting him 1v1 right now. It's absolutely impossible. I don't think Lifestealer can do anything against this troll. And it also completely nullifies the Heaven's Halberd build that Lifestealer likes to go for so much.
Yeah, he's gone for a bit more of a fighting build, especially with the armlet first into the halberd, like you're saying. Which I mean, what do? You can't use it against him now because you're just gonna get bashed. You're gonna get what's the active, or I guess the passive called here? Pierce. You're gonna get pierced by the MKB as well. There's so much damage coming through. We'll set up an Aether in the meantime. Yopaj might be dead here. Doesn't have a. Oh, he's got Aegis.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it was on purpose because the Aegis is gonna come back.
Expire in 20. Yeah.
Expire. That's the word. Sorry.
15 on 2. On the Yopaj.
I love that he keeps taunting while he does these things. It must be the most annoying thing in the world. But now he gets caught, actually. He might get punished for this. The Magnus is nearby. Oh, he just gets away. Never mind. He had a remnant the whole time. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Even when you feel like he's starting to lose control, he's still in control.
Look at Scam.
In fact, Boom Bell.
Yeah, there's no Winter's Curse. I think it looks like they already had to use it. And Scam can easily kill him here. The RP will connect onto 2, utilizing the ultimate now on top of the Global Silence. Yule Scepter will buy him a little bit of time. Scam now just bashing Jackie here. On more. Will find it. No problem. They're caught now in the 8th remnant. But what can Fearless do as he just gets caught on 1? This one doesn't look like him. No, this one looks like Rubik. There's 4 heroes dead now. Neon Esports did not lose anything other than Aegis, which was being reclaimed within 30 seconds anyway.
It's absolutely crazy how much Neon is running them over right now. Seriously. They're diving tier 2 towers, no problem. Like, they even used this opportunity, which was a pretty good cold embrace, to turn it into a triple kill. Yeah, right? Just off an RP, which granted, yeah, it was an okay RP. Like, it wasn't the best RP in the world. They didn't even include the carry. It's just the Scam is so farmed at this point, and nobody can really fight this Turo. This angry man is bashing at anything that he sees. And this is why I really like the pick-off lineups with Troll, right? Because any team fight, any small skirmish that you win with a troll, you turn it immediately into either a large amount of farm or a quick objective, which he has done consistently. The tier 2 mid has fallen, and now they can even take outposts if they start wanting to dominate the enemy map.
Okay, we do have an item from Q. He's decided against going for something as silly as a Glimmer Cape, and instead has gone for the Chad Aghanim Scepter. So I like that a lot, because that'll help solve your problem here of getting actually a good initiation. So we'll see how they can use that for the reveal. That'll be very, very exciting here, as they should now look to smoke up it, perhaps look for a little bit of a skirmish with their superior team fight. Winter's Curse, we've only seen it used onto solo targets to prevent people from dying, and that's it. And that's it. We just haven't been able to get a good one out this game. Not really the fault of the Wyvern, it's just Neon Esports are just playing so aggressively, but without pushing, you know, just as a group of 5.
Yep. They haven't really been... They haven't forced to Motivate at any point to fight 5-on-5, which is exactly what Motivate wants to do, right? And because of this, Motivate's kind of had to separate a lot more to try to amplify the farming speed. Yule Scepter on the troll. He's got the battle trance ready. Ember from behind. Kill the Winter Wyvern first. She might use the Winter's Curse, but she'll die regardless. Yeah, there you go. Not even going to waste it. Masaro's bashed to death. And that was too easy for Neon.
Yep. Turning the smoke tank into something very effectively there. As Scam, he just finds a target and he's like, okay guys, I'm gonna run at them, then I'm gonna kill them. You guys do whatever you want.
That's kind of what it is, right? The troll doesn't care anymore. Oh, nice evasion of the RP with a Yule Scepter there, but they can still catch him with the Aether Remnant. That's enough. They don't need an RP. They have Aether Remnant, they have the Global Silence, and that's gonna guarantee a kill. And potentially a tower, thanks to...
Yeah, maybe even the game here. 14k up, Abo. It's less than 25 minutes into the game. It's looking real hard here. Level 21, not to mention on-troll Warlord, so he's even taking a plus 30 damage here, which I love.
Middle barracks has fallen.
Because why not? He's not dying. He's got the ulti. He's only needed to use it once.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that Jackie is in a really weak position as well. He can't man-fight a troll whatsoever, and then you question, well, what's your use, Lifestealer?
And Lifestealer's not like a PA where you can go, okay, I guess I'll just build like a Battle Fury Ags, try and dodge him out. Doesn't really farm that well, unfortunately, or at least not from behind.
He farms okay, yeah, but he's not PA.
Right, yeah.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, they're fighting again. Spell stolen. Boom Bell has the curse and the blink dagger, but gets chunked.
One slide of fist and Winter Wyvern ceases to exist.
I mean, just 18-0-3, by the way, on Yopaj. He's been taunting this entire game, and when he's not taunting, he's killing them.
That key is broken at this point. There's no way.
Hold on, they're going for it. Gobble up. The Eat. That's off the mark, though.
Oh, with a Lifestealer to include. I see. This is the plan all along, but now we have BKB on Yopaj, and Masaros feels like a fool. Like, I can't ravage this thing. He's golden. Oh, no. And they actually catch a Lifestealer from behind as well. Jackie's forced to use the Rage. First to die will be Masaros. Can they still go for Jackie? He's a bit too fast. They're going to let him go. You live this time, but don't worry. They'll catch you afterwards. They're going up stop for Fearless right now.
My goodness. Super well played. Super well played here. I mean, 18k up, 26 minutes in. Oof.
I think they can kill him. Yep. Telekinesis. Huge range by Playhard. That is ridiculous. Fearless about to go down. Playhard actually goes to him with a blink dagger, and the TP will not complete as Yopaj burns him down before he can get home in time.
Yep, that's going to be Aether Lens with the level 15 talent of plus 100 cast range for you. Like I said, just Rubik does so well against the Spirits, especially from Fog with the Aether Lens. That's always why sometimes I like to see the Aether Lens, even on a mid Rubik, just because you're so darn good as a spellcaster. Especially this game when you have such amazing spell system. We even talked about that. I mean, Arctic Burn even is pretty darn good. Resonant Pulse isn't bad either if you can go for the Aghanim Scepter, but instead just the Yule Scepter. So it's a smart play out from Playhard. I think he's doing excellent. I mean, the stats speak for themselves. 1, 2, and 20 is amazing.
Yep. Right. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, he's got as many assists as JG has stolen intelligence right now, and both are just really good.
20 stolen intelligence is not bad, to be honest, but I don't think a silencer. I mean, he's just been a support silencer as far as they're concerned, right? He did okay in the lane, and then he's just offering this global silence is very useful. I don't think he's been like that much of a relevant hero. I think it's just Yopaj popping off this game. Yep. Like, yeah, the rest of Neon played well, and they used Yopaj's ability very well, but the insane advantage that Yopaj got from that mid lane was not expected, to be honest. At least not for me.
Yeah, and he rotated real well, to be honest, right? It's not like he just killed, you know, he didn't just kill Fearless 20 times in the lane. Killed him maybe like 2 times in the lane, though. So that's still pretty darn good. But he's now double godlike. He's 20-0 and something. Scam as well has not even died yet. It's just the supports that are feeding, quote-unquote, here on the side of Neon for a total of 6 kills compared to the 33. And there's going to be another smoke. This is looking like it's one last team fight here for the boys.
Can.
We'll see, though.
Roshan will... Oh, wait. Maybe Motivate can fight this. This might be the first 5-on-5 engagement they get to force.
There's no BKB on Troll, so they have a chance, but there is one on JG. So we can pop the BKB in global, and again, they're just not feeling confident. They're going to decide against it. All right, well,
just taken.
I feel like that was maybe your chance, though, because if you can kill... even then, Yopaj is such a big problem, too, and he's got BKB. Oh, it's so hard. The play has to be... You have to... I mean, without Aegis, I don't know. Or with Aegis, I don't know. But you have to hit Ember Spirit with the Gobble Up so that he gets stunned. You have to pop a Ravage immediately. Don't let JG hit global, otherwise the fight's over. And then somehow try and kill Scam at least once. Maybe even Yopaj at this point is going to be important. But right now, Fearless is getting ran down by Scam, needing to actually use both Astral Steps to escape and safely TP home.
He's been doing a pretty good job, Fearless, of just pushing at this dead lane, making sure that it's not easy for them to push, right, immediately. But because it's so easy to catch him due to Ember's mobility, it hasn't been the easiest of games for Fearless doing this. And you don't really have a good dead laner in either of your supports, unfortunately. Snapfire's kind of okay. Winter Wyvern can sort of do it, but not against Ember, unfortunately. And this Ember has been the reason why Motivate has been in such a pickle this whole game.
You know what's amazing is that the first defensive item Scam has built here was actually the Aegis.
Dire's top tower just in radiant.
Not even, I mean, Satanic now, but my goodness. All right, Boombell's in a really great position here, but will be scouted as the smoke's breaking around him. Gets the blink up to the high ground at least, so he's got a chance. That would have been probably GG had Boombell been caught. They really need a good curse into a Ravage or vice versa. He dies, by the way.
Easily. I mean, they just put in the Troll in front because he's the best pusher and also the guy that has the Aegis. I mean, what are you going to do against this? They still have an RP to protect.
Status resist as well.
That's true. They even using the halberd just desperate, like, please stop attacking our barracks. But he doesn't care. He'll beat whatever you throw at him. They throw the Void Spirit, okay. And might lose the Aegis, cause the battle trends, use it immediately. You also have to stop him. Where's the rest of the initiation that they have? Who's helping the troll? The Winter's Curse. But the MKB alone might just kill a Tidehunter with a Fate Bolt to finish him off. There's no Ravage ready for you.
Yeah,
and the Rax will fall.
Dive onto one. Oh, RP, it's gonna catch Jackie. So far away from the rest of the team, rooted and bashed and now killed. 60 seconds without him. Well, Fearless is trying for anything, actually aiming for John Well, but he will then call it. Aggressive Neon. Yep, no mercy. No mercy whatsoever. 37-6, my goodness.
I mean, that was just an incredible performance by Neon. I think they just outplayed Motivate. I don't think Motivate... I think this speaks to what I always say, where, like, if you have the aggressive team, you always have the chance to propose first, and there's not much enemy team can do against you if you just propose better, right? And that's kind of what happened. Neon had the faster team, for sure, as we mentioned in the draft. Neon could win the early mid game if they just kind of snowballed from there, and that's exactly what they did. They played it
No, 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 no. 10 feet over, say I'm always up too high. Wish you could take me back. You're standing there with arms wide open. Where it all
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Harder, harder. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost myself. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Harder, harder.
second chance, you could go
zoomed out of lane, rather, by Boombell. I think it was zoomed out of lane. Ocean and Husky, you know, are up here already in the SEA region. At the same time, though, Masaro's got a lot of thirst movement speed, threatening to kill onto Skem, but he's a little bit confident here, given that there's no Tiny, so getting caught by the Blood Right. As I don't think they can realistically catch him here. He's just too darn quick. Not enough trees even around to Timber Chain too.
No, but you're kicking him out of lane. He's already winning against the Bloodseeker, to be honest. Spectre's farming really well for this lane, and they forced a lot of rotations way too early. Masaros is kind of struggling. I mean, he's playing as aggressively as he can, but because his support constantly leaves, then they're giving a fair amount of space to Spectre, which I'm sure that Neon is super happy to use here. And we still haven't seen the peak for this Earth Spirit, right? Like, right now, his lane is just okay. He's losing slightly to the Storm, but he's going to come online much sooner than the Storm, because level 6 for Earth Spirit is pretty much all he needs to start pushing hard. I think the real peak is level 10 for mid Earth Spirit, though. When you get the 50 damage down, that's when you start to hurt a lot.
5-minute runes here. A little bit of jousting for it down bottom. Masaro's quite low on HP, but Q nearby. Again, no points at all in the reactive armor. He's opted for the second point in Timber Chain instead, so he's very, very easy food there. I'm not even sure, to be honest, if the reactive armor would have done anything, because that's all magic burst and pure from the Blood Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue with reactive armor is that even if you can't get like the one cheeky point, you have to kind of commit to it completely or don't commit to it at all. Otherwise, it's kind of trash. JG in the top lane, Boombell could die. They get a Burrow Strike on with a leap. Starstorm, Boombell is dead. There we go. Very easy, simple, clean kill for them. Jackie unable to help the support.
Follow-up.
Doesn't have metamorphosis.
They're going to try maybe for him. For Skem, that is. I'm sorry, for Jackie.
Yeah, they don't Sunder yet. He's level 5. No meta for 23 seconds. Jackie, oh, surprise, Yopaj barely misses, but still fine.
Well, big rotation. Big rotation.
So look at his build, by the way. The Terrorblade actually went for 3 points of Metamorphosis. Rarely do you see this nowadays. Most Terrorblades will actually go for only the 2 points and max Conjure Image instead to recover after the lane. But this guy put a lot of points into trying to be better in the lane. Not working out too well for them as Yopaj rotates pretty early.
I mean, yeah, with the 5-minute rune, it's I would say more normal with the Earth Spirit, especially mid lane, right? You want him to be having more of a global presence and scaring him. But Q, nice counter rotation. Yopaj might be dead, has the Magnetize and will use it, but not enough real HP here to survive as there's another zip forward, giving another overload attack. Fearless has the damage, even the illusion rune to purge off the Magnetize. Nicely done.
Yeah, well played. I mean, that's the issue, right? You rotate a bit early, you're a bit behind the Storm in terms of experience and in terms of gold, right? So you try to create some things in the rest of the lanes, what you should be doing, but Storm can still game.
You come back when Storm has a really big peak at level 6, right? There's not too many mid laners where Storm hits 6 against and he's not immediately running at them.
Or at least completely invulnerable too, right?
Yes. Yeah, good point, yeah.
Skem, he just barely missed that Blood Right. Now it's time to go for Masaros. They're looking for this kill, but unfortunately Timbersaw brings a lot of damage, but no slows, no stuns, which means that's all to the core, but Spectre only has a Spectral Dagger, which is not good enough.
No, and there's actually Tiny rotating. I think Skem is dead here if they can land the toss. We're going to throw the creep. That should get the job done here, as with the move speed from third, Masaros was easily able to run down the Spectre. Now has Rupture available and a full Hood of Defiance to boot.
Not bad, honestly. Getting that kill on that bottom pretty nice, especially considering Terrorblade also got ganked earlier, but Terrorblade required a mid laner, whereas down bottom you really only have to rotate your 4. And making sure that you're being useful with your time right now for Motivate is so important, considering they have a much greedier draft. They have to essentially stretch out their minutes to make sure they get farm on their cores and still are capable of creating space this game. That's why their supports have so much riding on their backs, and the Bloodseeker as well.
So yeah, indeed, it's a good thing. I mean, we could see an early rotation out from Masaros, which would be pretty scary, you know, put the fear of Bloodseeker in them, as Drag and Drop would like to say. Q is going to be getting the Abbott toss combo here, nearly nuking down Playhard. My goodness, setting up for a nice zap forward though. The toss now, as they're looking to punish Fearless on this. Marana utilizing rather that third leap charge, as Fearless is going to be forced back, but the rolling boulder will predict him. They have vision there, I believe, thanks to the creep. We need a bit more. Another boulder smash in 3 seconds should do the trick. So now it perhaps be Yopaj in trouble as Fearless dodging the boulder smash there, I believe, or the body using the wand charges, and now Yopaj is going to be the one that will be killed. Jackie, meanwhile, farming nearby. This stacking a camp for himself is going to actually get himself well with an experience rage, and he goes immediately back to farming. Back and forth again, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Motivated Trust coming out ahead of that little skirmish.
Considerably, right? Storm, we did mention, is become a bit invulnerable there. That he did play a bit aggressively, but I would trust the pro player to know where his limit is, really. And he didn't overextend there whatsoever. Fearless did a good job. Was able to just back out. Q, really good rotation there with the Tiny as well, ensuring that he was prepared to fight against the Earth Spirit. Let's see, though, because they go for a two-man smoke gank. I don't know what they're trying to find. Maybe they think Spectre is farming their jungle. No, because Spectre was just seen mid. They're trying to backdoor or...
Well, the smoke was also scouted, by the way.
Oh, right, yeah,
because
yeah.
the wards. But, yeah, so Neon should not have any difficulties here. But, yeah, it was a good decision as well to commit underneath the tier 1 for that little zip. Just to make sure Playhard is forced to use that third leap charge, because then Playhard really can't offer much else to the fight, right? If he has one leap charge, maybe he can use that to collect another kill, or maybe, you know, escape and be a little bit more annoying. But if you force it out from him immediately, there's no question that that's going to be the Mirana's teamfight presence early on, unless they land a godlike arrow, but that's not dependent on leap charges anyway.
That bottom, Masaros has started to push the tower pretty hard. He's coming in to take this tier 1, and they're already rotating the Terrorblade, right? So there's a typical play where Terrorblade rotates Metamorphosis, they take a tower, and then you proceed to invade the enemy jungle. Very common when you see Terrorblade played. Meanwhile, you can support to kind of cover your mid lane from the catapult push, and you're good to go. I also like Masaros' build, by the way, a lot. He actually went for an early Hood of Defiance before the Veil of Discord, usually skipping boots, that's normal. And that Hood is going to be so useful to stop the Sanking and Earth Spirit's peak early.
Scan away. Maybe they thought more heroes were there. Invis Rune picked up by Kowlin, the Earth Spirit. So he's going to be continuing to get some nice levels here, but net worth here, or the network rather, all in favor of Motivate Trust. Nice job there. They jump into Yopaj. He is going to be very dead. 4 heroes there to dance on his body.
It's surprising. I almost think that Trust has, like, they play better. I've seen them play greedy lineups a lot, and they're just really good at being flexible when they play greedy lineups. Like, their supports are incredible. They're always where they need to be. They're creating space constantly. Masaros likes playing like some completely sacrificial offlaner, and you wouldn't think that they have the greedier draft this game, but yeah. Tiny finding the Spectre, really good cookie with the Blood Right, guaranteeing the kill on Skem. They even see the Sanking. Could go for JG, slow him down slightly, but he can just TP immediately. I don't think they have the speed to catch up to him.
He does get the Blink Dagger there, though, here on our Sand King, so they are going to be looking for a re-engage. We need the Blink, though, first on JG. The Courier on the way now, so Yopaj will show in lane, probably push the one wave, expecting either a support or maybe even the Storm Spirit if they're lucky to come and push it back out. So they're going to smoke here. Oh, Moonlight Shadow, even better. And then maybe look for Masaros. Not the best skill, but if they can get it, they'll be very happy. The arrow does not connect. Spectral Haunt to Skem. Get him a little bit of golden experience here for this kill, potentially help him catch up, but now they're going to be looking for the defense here as Fearless doing massive damage with the overload attack. They do have a Blade Mail already by Skem, so careful there as Yopaj will now die. Beautiful two-man stun, though, is going to be able to punish there that Storm Spirit, as now Q will perish to the chakra of the position 5 Timbersaw.
Yeah, this is more what I was expecting, to be honest with you. Neon has the better team fight in general. They are hitting the power picks more or less. This is the kind of team fight they should be taking. The only, I don't know if it's a mistake there, but whatever. The Bloodseeker should have ruptured something before he died. There was no reason for him to keep it, because he was going to die there anyway. That could have maybe netted him an extra kill. Regardless, though, that was just really well played by Neon. Starting to rotate like they should, forcing 5-on-5 engagements.
If you're looking for
that is the name of the game for them.
tower,
They have to play a bit more aggressively, take advantage of the Sanking and Earth Spirit a bit more. And another smoke gank is coming by. Hopefully they catch Jackie. JG, he realizes Blink Dagger available in 1 second. Can burst strike him, but there's people nearby. JG is biding his time. He doesn't have Epicenter, so he doesn't have that great source of magical damage. He's going to go just for JG.
Great arrow.
For the arrow, JG is disintegrated as the Storm realizes his mistake with the Blood Right zones him out. Now go for Yopaj. Beautiful cookie, stunning too, and getting the double kill because of that cookie. But a burst strike trying to do the same thing as he stunned 2 cores. JG trying to get away, and Boom Bell is done with it. He starts spitting fire into the battlefield, catching up Skem and destroying him. It's gonna be a really good team fight for them, but it's not quite over as Masaros bit off more than he could chew. The cookie might not save him. Mirana's chasing after him, but the Blood Right is gonna deter their aggression.
Yeah, he caught an arrow there as he was going on it, but they're not even going to lose him. Very nice job. Even Skem here joining the fight with the Blade Mail. Level 4 Dispersion feels pretty strong, but with 4 heroes around to soak up the damage, Snapfire out of Dispersion range, it's not a problem there.
I mean, that was just really well played again by Motivate the counter initiation, particularly the
Radiant are
Snapfire.
scanning
Boom
for
Bell is
enemies.
ridiculous. I talked about how good Q is on the Snapfire because we saw a really good performance by him last game in general, right? But Boom Bell is like, everyone in this team apparently can play Snapfire because I've seen as well.
Great
Felix play
positioning.
Snapfire.
Speaking of Boom Bell, nice positioning there. He's going to break the smoke. They might kill him, although now that the boulder misses, they will get a big silence. Okay, that's fine. It's Boom Bell. That's him doing his job there.
Gank.
Tank the gank. They did manage to actually kill Jackie in that previous fight, so you know it's important that they don't kill him more than once in a row. Once it's fine, you know, it's just a little bit of time when you're not farming. You go, okay, maybe I should not have been farming there. Even with my team, it was a little bit risky. There's a blink dagger available as they're considering still rolling onto him. They do see each other though, so you know they're gonna back off. Just a little bit of posturing there out of the two.
Yeah, just looking at each other, sizing each other up. Like, yeah. What about
pretty
you?
much.
I'm strong.
Exactly. That's what that is. Jackie goes, I don't care about you. And Neon's going, yeah, we'll kill you. We'll kill you. We'll do it. I'm crazy.
And now
Okay,
Jackie's hearing you, and you're like, okay, I'm going to the trees. I'm TPing. Okay, you win. It's fine. I don't want to fight you just yet.
Moonlight Shadow scouted. They will get their ward dewarded, however, so that makes the triangle a little bit scarier to farm. And a nice ward here as well from Neon Esports to see anyone farming those ancients without blocking it, as Januel will now block it actually with the sentry. But again, a good sentry because I don't think it's possible to deward. Well, you do have a really valuable sentry ward somewhere like here, which will catch 2 sentries, deward your camp, and basically get all of those. But yeah, we'll see how that works out for them.
For now, Motivate still wants to put the aggression, so they're gonna try to disturb the Spectre. Masara's really nearby. They can rupture him, but they want everyone to be ready for this. There they go. Timber Song actually misses his Timber Chain. They have already seen them. You mentioned they've been scouted, so they decide to just fall back and maybe take a tower.
They're only going to catch they're only going to catch the sentries with this. They're not going to actually catch the observer ward. So they thought they put down 2 sentries, probably just meaning to do 1, because they must have thought the Spectre was maybe Invis or Moonlight Shadowed. Maybe they were expecting more heroes there, but she was just simply farming in a safer spot there, cutting these trees because she knows that it's not too uncommon to have a ward here. But they're not going to get the D ward.
They already have a pipe, I think, for Masaros. Yeah, there we go. Quite an early pipe, honestly. I like this build a lot for the Bloodseeker. Sometimes you have to accept that, yeah, Yols is nice and everything, but you just need those aura items. And this game, I was going to negate a fair amount of damage. Epicenter, I don't know if that's even worth using at any point this game anymore with a pipe on, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it will help though, right? Because if it'll burst through the pipe really nicely. Because the problem is if you don't get rid of the barrier, then Earth Spirit is pretty useless. Magnetize specifically is just so bad, right?
Yeah, so SP sets up for the Magnetize.
Exactly, right? So you can use one or the other that way at the very least. So it's still important to use. I understand your point. No one's going to be melting to early game epicenter. Speaking of melting, they need a little bit more here for Jean-Noel, and the cookie stun. Not going to find it, but Masaros actually. No, they're going to give the kill to Jackie with the Conjure image.
Nice. Next
but yeah. Oh, Fearless.
He does ball lightning though. I don't think he's gonna die, to be honest. He can just ball lightning super far away.
They don't know he's there. Well. I think they don't know he's there. JG's like scowling and prowling here in the trees. Fearless. JG. Oh, he's gonna TP.
Can he cancel this? You'll see them, and this Kim's alone. Now that they see the Sanking mid, but they have Moonlight Shadows, so they haven't revealed himself yet. Trying to take a tower mid, Bloodseeker alone, there we go, set up the bar plate. Literally people there as well, there's the Epicenter cancelled by the Abatos combo, and destroy as well the tower. Bloodseeker taking a ridiculous amount. They start using Mortimer's cases, Masaro's still alive for now, trying to run away, he gets away alive, even with the Magnet on him. And in fact, it's Timbersaw who dies together with Yombad, and Scam is trying to run away, but a Vault Lightning will catch up to him. Motivate didn't even lose Masaros there. The beauty of the pipe, what a good pickup on this Bloodseeker.
Yep, that's the pipe at action, and a beautiful counter initiation there from Q. Have to give kudos to him. He would have been dead for sure. The team fight probably still would have been a win had the Epicenter gone off, but it's no question that losing 0 heroes is definitely the best outcome after a team fight. So they're going to get the tower, 3 kills, and continue to extend their net worth lead. Now up to 9k here. Looks like we've traded places here as this game, Motivate Trust having a very commanding lead over this game.
And here's a fortification from Radiant.
They might try for Jackie here, who's not had to use Sunder yet, but does have level 2. Q, in the meantime, is going to find a pickoff onto a cat. No big deal there. Nothing to see. Avatos combo just doing the trick. This is kind of when it's at its strongest here, especially versus the supports of Neon Esports. So we might see even another kill here with the Haster and Tiny. Hasted up. Is not really going to seem too much, unfortunately, on the map, so no great targets for him to utilize this haste rune with. Bottom, Skem is farming. Once again, Fearless is nearby. Has the Kaya. Almost enough money already for the BKB to boot, so he's looking real good as JG is going to be the one to get caught. Manages to dodge the Blood Right, but the Rupture will connect onto him. Masaros is going to now eat the Rolling Boulder as well as the Magnetize out from one. JG, a few seconds left on this Rupture. 12 seconds left for Epicenter, but Masaros should just be able to leave now. Oh, another stun though with the Blink Dagger. The Q counter-initiating yet again. Dead is going to be JG. Masaros finally will die at the very least as Q. Boulder Smash stun will connect to Cookie. Stunning Earth Spirit on the way out. We don't have another arrow. Q should be okay. Nice Rolling Boulder. They're really committed to this one. We don't have any more remnants though, and just the Boulder Smash alone would not have killed them, so the blink away is totally fine and free. Boom Bell now as the arrow will be eaten by the counter image of the TB. And Cookie kisses. Yeah, they're turning this beautifully. It is only position 5. Timber saw there, but even still a great kill as you turn it into a 2-for-1.
You know, it's just very beautiful, honestly. Like, you killed offlaner for offlaner because you played that really well. The last second blink by Q was also like on point. He was literally mid-attack, right?
Yep.
Incredible. And even the Cookie Bomb Boom Bell, they played that really, really, really well.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, these supports and this offlaner for Motivate are doing some heavy lifting this game. You have Storm and Terrorblade farming constantly, and these two guys are just making this ridiculous amount of space for them.
Yeah, I was about to highlight that. Sure, you end up losing one. Tiny almost dies. Boom Bell almost dies. But these are the positions 3, 4, and 5. This is their jobs. This is, I mean, look at how free Jackie is to farm. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter second item here. A bit surprising, I will say. But I think it has its uses this game early on, to be honest with you. In case you don't know, it's no longer on the cast of Metamorphosis. Now, whenever you have Metamorphosis active, it adds a second button with a 2-minute cooldown, I believe, that applies a 4-second fear and a just ginormous AoE. I think it's like 1200 AoE around him, I believe. 1600, even bigger, so that is massive. But they are fighting here. Aunt's committed. That's going to be the kill onto Mastros. Didn't get the pipe off that time as the Blink Dagger out from the Sand King will surprise him. Q looking to run away. Doing a good job this time of making sure the Blink Dagger is canceled, so this should be a relatively easy kill. But the counter initiation now from Fearless as he's just gone in with the BKB. Blade Mount completely being ignored as now Jackie getting stunned by an arrow. Did activate the meta, so he was looking forward to having a fight here. He should now be forced back, but at least he can continue farming a little faster with this. There's the Aghanim Scepter, by the way.
Okay, yeah, the Ags on the TV is a good way to make sure that you can have even more time this game, right? It's a great way to counter-initiate the enemy. You already have some decent counter-initiation.
He doesn't even... Okay, so I guess this is a bit of a strange interaction, but if you click on over to him, I think he casted Metamorphosis and then the Ags got delivered.
Yeah, so he doesn't have it right now.
So he doesn't have it. That's a little lame. I think Valve should... I think that's unnecessary, to be honest with you.
Well, because what happens is the Ags upgrade actually, it upgrades Metamorphosis, right?
Yeah.
So that when you click Metamorphosis, it gives you that ability. It doesn't actually upgrade to give you the extra ability. It just
Yeah, I mean, I get that, because I think it's the same thing, right? Where if you Metamorphosis at level 2 and then you gain a skill point and use it, but it doesn't upgrade your damage, right? It shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
There's only
mean,
one ability that works that way, which is the bear.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I understand it now. I eat my words, Val. But Q is going to make Tiny eats, or he's going to make Mirana eat a bunch of rocks, which is not too healthy for her. Gapage is going to be scanned out. That's going to allow Fearless to fearlessly jump up, and they have plenty of life down here for the brother. More fratricide.
This Earth Spirit has really not worked out, to be honest. I actually have more complaints about the Earth Spirit than the Timber saw, really.
Yep, me too.
Because the Earth Spirit mid, I know it's a really popular pick for Yapaj, and he has done really well with it before. And his power peak, like I mentioned in the draft, is pretty nice, and you can run down the enemy team. But this time you have one slight issue, which is that Earth Spirit's lane is not naturally good against Storm Spirit at all. Storm is actually quite good against most melee laners, which is surprising that you'd still commit to Earth Spirit mid. I actually would have rather seen the Timber saw mid, to be honest, because he can kind of deal with Storm Spirit in lane.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. I think they both have. Yeah, that's true. You cut the lane envy style, right? They both have similar issues. Yeah, because once you saw like levels 1 to 7 really is where Earth Spirit is quite strong. 10 especially, like you said, with the talent. But mostly because just Boulder Smash just so much goddamn damage that it's ridiculous, right? So that's normally why you win mid lane Earth Spirit. But the problem is you need to be either within range to actually capitalize on that. And Storm Spirit is very willing to fight you with his little 3-step combo, especially when he's level 3 and 4, which we saw really just murder this mid lane Lamage. Masaros trouble. They're breaking the smoke, and Fearless coming in now. BKB activated. Can't even get through Masaros. In fact, they're not going to be able to. The mechanism coming off, he is just too darn tanky here, even with the pipe. Skemverloo all of a sudden in a really bad position, looking for the kill on the Boom Bells. They're going to try and counter-initiate this, but the stun is not going to commit. The Epicenter completely wasted. Scam at least might live here. No, you thought Q with the Avalanche is going to cancel that one quite quickly. Masaros as well, even healing off a little bit off the kill. Whew.
Masaros surviving that was absolutely absurd, and what I loved as well is that Masaros actually did used the pipe before coming in, right? So TB kept that pipe up until the very end of the match, and when they used the fight, sorry, and when they used the Epicenter, they're like, oh wait, he still has the pipe on? What do I do now? Like Epicenter's already went paper. Imagine with the pipe, right? It makes it a useless skill.
Even better, right? Masaros puts down the blood right, so it's like, all right, if you want to stun in here, you're going to be silenced for a few seconds, so you can't get off the sandstorm. So pick your poison there. So I think both of those things actually is like, well, I guess we're not killing TB. That killed their chance at a counter.
Or anyone. That was really well played by Masaros. I love the mech play as well by the Snapfire. She died, yes, but it was worth it to take Masaros. And there's the play, Blood Rage into the Avatos combo. Nobody can really survive that reliably, but that was a bit too aggressive. Maybe not, actually. They keep fighting here. Snapfire's coming by. She doesn't have more cases, but she does bring a mech to heal Q, but no need. The Cookie will do the trick, and now instead of Sengi, who's in trouble, they have dusted him. They do see him. JG's forced to get out of the sandstorm. They have Rupture on Masaros if they want to fight this. They just don't need to do anything, though. They're just scaring away Neon.
Yeah, I saw Fearless there. It looked like he was ready to jump in, but he's like, nah, don't do it. Don't bother, guys. I'm just gonna go. Let's just get 4 bounties here. Let's not like push anything too crazy. We don't have Metamorphosis up. We don't have Kisses. Let's just chill. And I think that's the right idea here. They can now take their time, go for Roach with Yopaj rolling in very aggressively. Silent stuff. Avatos combo. Does have the Blade Mail and the Essence Ring, trying to at least live as long as he can here. And they're not going to be able to finish him off as the rotation's coming through. Motivate Trust, they don't want to throw this lead. I think they saw yesterday's game, AG versus, who was it, Signal? When they came back from down from 30k. Yeah, but that's going to be a kill onto Tiny. One of the few they managed to get here this game. Neon down 12 kills here, 25 minutes in.
I mean, now they're taking tower up top. Jackie has farmed a ridiculous amount, and no longer does the quote-unquote greedy lineup issue apply, really, because you're farmed enough. Like now it's Neon's game going really like, honestly, they should have lost the early mid game as much as they did. Very difficult Storm in trouble against BKB though, but he doesn't use it every time. Well played, actually, really important kill, and that's with Bloodstone as well, so you're reducing his charges considerably there.
Beautiful arrow. They collect a kill onto Masaros. Maybe not by accident, but he's collateral, and they're happy to take that. But Scab, he is in trouble here. Activates the Blade Mail, but Jackie just dishing it in here, even stepping closer to get more damage applied, as they will haunt and buy back. But who's going to be the target? Shanuel nearby. We need JG to realistically counter-initiate this, at least one, but there's going to be the ginormous Fear Wave, and see you later, Alligator, dude. That's the buyback, more or less wasted there, I want to say here, by the Spectre. Boom Bell even doing a good job of trying to escape, as they have killed Jonuel even, but they will at least finish off the Snapfire.
Weird play by Jonuel going that far in, but it doesn't really matter. Jackie, they're showing why the Axe was a good second night in this game. It's just great for a long game. The game when the enemy team still wants to play aggressive, because they just got a really good kill mid, and immediately they kill Q-Kills play hard, but in exchange for his own life, I believe. I don't think Jackie can really help him. He realizes there's 4 heroes here, so Jackie just needs to get away, and nobody's going to chase after him. Masaros is also doing it, but nothing.
Yeah, we could use a 4-staff here for the side of Motivate Trust, actually, at one of the supports. The mechanism is good and all, but you need to be able to 4-staff someone away, because the problem right now is if they land 1 stun, there's going to be an arrow following up, and that's why Fearless dies there. That's why Jackie has died previously in this game. So just the 4-staff as the little combo breaker is going to do them really good work here. So I'd really like to see one queued up here. The Greaves is good and all, and there it is. Okay, one queued up by Tiny, because that's really the main issue they're running into.
Yep, I agree. I think a bit of extra save for the team and you're pretty much good to go, honestly.
Yep.
Like, this game is looking harder and harder for Neon, especially because Spectre has not managed to recover her farm at all, actually. She's as farm as the Bloodseeker, while Terrorblade quite literally doubles her farm right now, which is a bit ridiculous. I mean, Terrorblade already has a really good matchup against Spectre to begin with. Imagine with, like, 2 extra items, right?
Yeah, and not to mention almost pretty much a 3rd core at this point. Is pipe on pipe action here. JG looking to run away, gets the Burrow Strike off to the low ground, but Fearless following suit the mechanisms, not able to keep him alive, unfortunately. It's the kisses who are even committed. Fearless still has a BKB. A little bit low on mana with the 12 Bloodstone charges. They're going to be looking to fight this one as Neon will now buy back. That's going to get Motivate Trust to now look for the escape. They're trying to retreat. Meta's up in 15, so if they can buy themselves a bit of time, they might look to re-engage here. Scam likely to get the kill with the Blood Right Blade Mail. He will be able to do so. Fearless now pops his own BKB. Q tries to nuke down the Timbersaw. Down he goes, but will be caught now by the Rolling Boulder. Has buybacks all around now on each side as Boombell jumping in with the cookie, but Q's still alive. Jackie's going to have the meta in a second, as well as the Fear Wave. Just look at this thing go. Catches all 5 heroes now. Masaros still running at them. They managed to isolate Yapaj as well. Divide and Conquered as he will now die. Does have the buyback, but at this point they do not want to be fighting Jackie. This guy is too strong. I say that though, but they're going back in, Avo.
Yeah, Masaros had no chill, and Jackie's like, what are you doing, dude? We weren't even close to you. This guy, you know, he smells blood. He just can't let go, right? He just keeps seeing red, and he just chases after you. I mean, you did force, like, what, 3 buybacks, I believe, in that fight for Neon? Yeah, I think it's still a win, despite you losing the Bloodseeker. Dying back, I think, with Bloodseeker there. It's okay. You're going for a Roshan. A bit dangerous here since you don't have the Terror Wave, so, you know, play a bit more chill here. There's no need Motivate to throw the game in one more shot.
Yeah, but Neon, they're hard-pressed to get something out of all these buybacks, though, so they're going to need to fight around this road. We still have Fearless, 14 Bloodstone charges, now BKB, so he's still pretty useful, has a lot of damage. TB, though, the meta is going to time out, so this is going to be a little bit hard. We have the Kisses in 15, and of course the Tiny combo, which still does insane damage at this point. But the Pipe to negate a lot of it here. We'll see how they do.
They tried to buy their time as much as possible, so you see Bloodseeker can just come back. Jackie doesn't meta either. They throw him in, he does a BKB, Storm going in. They realize Roshan is actually not as low as they expected, so they just start hitting it instead. Agent goes to Fearless, they're fine. Both BKB, they're kind of invulnerable here, and they're just pummeling the poor Spectre. Scam won't be able to come back into this fight at all. 105 seconds without her, but now catching him with a Power Strike. The Luthi just first, Jackie thunders, and that's good enough. Jackie now, they realize they can't beat him, and so they all start to run away, but Yapaj can't run against Q. Yapaj just has to double back as they're fighting the Sanking as well. Who are they going to go for? The easy kill. Yapaj, it seems like, as your brother chasing after you, and again, it's the younger brother making life difficult for the middle bro. With Q still trying to catch after John L. They do have a Yule Scepter set up for this toss. Get him a bit more space. What are you going to do, Timbersaw? Just resign yourself to dying to the Terror Blade, apparently. Because Scotty's a bit too strong. Even Masaros joins in towards the end to ensure this kill certainly occurred.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Timber 5 just really hasn't worked out for them this game. It's not really that fault, no. I think, like we were saying earlier, the mid lane just completely did not get off to a good start, you know. That's like taking a Broodmother mid and then having the Broodmother lose the mid lane. You're almost without a hero then at that point, unfortunately. And that's kind of what it looks like in these fights, to be honest with you. Scam just completely getting deleted in that rush fight. Everyone popping the BKB, and Scam pops the Blade Mail, which is not going to be as good for her, unfortunately. It does a lot of damage. Not like the Blade. The BKB would have been much better just because they have so much physical damage anyway to go through it. And of course, Fearless is the best candidate at this point to be picking up the Aegis because he comes back with full mana and full HP, which is great for him. He's happy to die there.
Radiant just fortified.
Game is hard.
The tower is just going to fall so quickly. Sanking still has Epi, and you actually still have Magnet as well on your Spirit, but the Pipe just kind of mitigates most of this damage, and right now it's too difficult to bring down these BKB heroes. Both Fearless and Jackie have been using those abilities, or sorry, those items to pretty much negate any damage that Neon can bring to this game.
Yep. Yeah, the TB actually proving to be a bit too much of a problem here for these guys. As in the buyback fight, maybe underestimating it. It doesn't have that long of a cooldown, 90 seconds. I believe it used to be, well, it used to be tied to meta, which has a much longer cooldown, actually. So it's essentially up every single metamorphosis, is the way to think about it.
Yeah, now it's essentially up every single metamorphosis. You can't use it twice unless there's some sort of refresher or whatever.
Radiants are
Otherwise, you
scanning for
can't use it
enemies.
twice during the same meta. But the advantage of it is that before it used to just activate it when you activate meta, which is sucked.
Yep.
Now you can always keep it like an emergency button when you have meta on.
Yeah, because so many times it's like the TB doesn't really want to be in the middle of 5 enemy heroes when he uses meta, right? Usually he wants to meta first and then get in between 5 enemy heroes.
When you first use meta, you kind of want to right? So it's better as a contingency plan. I actually love the design though of the new Ags. I think it's really cool.
Neon, they're looking for a fight here, but they're going to be against Fearless with the Ags. Haunt in. Okay, who can they find though? Not really anyone. John Wall is going to die for that one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Yopaj might just go down here. Gonna use the rupture on him. Yopaj has to sacrifice himself. There we go. Jonel also going in. Terrorblade doesn't have meta, but they can still fight, at least for the few heroes that are here. Really, really chaotic team fight.
Fearless is dead.
Storm,
In trouble.
BKB. Sunder saving him. BKB by Jackie. Look at this selfless Terrorblade.
Yeah, that's GG, I think, here, unfortunately for Neon. Scam, he's got the Blade Mail active, but Jackie able to heal him there with the Satanic. Cookie there to seal the deal. This game's over. Just eat it, Cookie, says Boom Bell.
Nice job, Al, by the Terrorblade. Really good Sunder there. That was kind of the turning point of the team fight. Because if they got the Storm Spirit there, it would have been almost justifiable, because then they could just retreat. But afterward, it just turned into a really difficult fight for them. I think Yopaj, he's just so desperate to do something this game, but you're not playing support, you're playing mid. You can't really commit to those plays.
Yeah.
Cookie
kind of
Jackie just to
unfortunate.
get to the racks faster.
Q is literally threatening to kill Player Art right now.
Yeah. He doesn't have blood rage on. They don't need it.
Oh, they don't have the
blood
meta.
rage too.
They don't have the meta. They can't get megas here though, which is just about to be, I mean, basically the kiss of death here for this lineup. They don't really deal with megas too well. Ah, yes.
Oh, the arrow. He walked into it.
Down the lane and took it.
Good job.
Got it, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, nobody's gonna get hit by a loose arrow. Right?
Welcome back.
Loose arrow kill over 10 heroes a year, man. You gotta be really careful with them. Catching them is the safest way.
Radiant wants their power. Leap to it.
Alright, there's the buyback, but it's going to have to be a 3v5 effort here with the Metamorphosis active. They do not want to approach him. Problem is he just used it, so they're going to have to, lest they fight the Mega Group. So Saros just playing the perfect offlaner here, as they will call it now. Neon, they know that there's real no opening here for them to try and initiate here. As Motivate Trust will strike back just as hard as Neon struck in game number 1, taking the 1-1 draw then in this match.
Honestly, that was kind of both games were very similar to each other, in my opinion. Both games were just kind of stompy for one team, right? I think last game, the one issue I had was, again, the Lifestealer. This game, the one issue I had was the Earth Spirit particularly. Yeah, Timber 5 didn't do too well, but even if Timber
Your idea is waiting to be seen. Put it all on display with a beautiful website from GoDaddy. Connect your social media and grow it all with insight. GoDaddy Websites Plus Marketing. Start for free today at GoDaddy.com.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my mom life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger. You're stronger. I know you don't love me like you say you do. I know you don't love me like you say you do. I know you don't love me like you say you do.
Casting on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regret. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me can make me.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
this game. I gotta be honest with you. Like, if there's someone, actually none of these heroes do particularly well against the egg, but Kunkka out of these four is probably the best. If Kunkka, or maybe the troll, because if he picks next, is demolishing the egg, go ahead and just, you know, banish him for a little bit. He'll come back just in time to eat the stun, and you continue the fight from there. It's such a strong pick this game, even though the hero, not that amazing, but is one of the more better counters to Kunkka.
Indeed. And like as you mentioned, it's the whole lineup. And then also, one of the best parts about Olfactory Developer is that he is a great hero at reducing your carry pool, right? Because a lot of carries just cannot fight you whatsoever. And the OD just completely cancels carries that don't have any sort of magic immunity or can't go for BKB early, or even carries that are just kind of slow. Because OD just takes advantage of you by going into a much later stage of the game where he just punishes you.
And like you said, back to your comments at the beginning of the draft about the big five or the stable five, right? Yes, the old dude still actually does win the lane against the Kunkka. But the Kunkka is still going to get farm no matter what, because he's going to go to the jungle and get stacks. Right now, there's no one on the side of AG that needs to get those stacks, right? Axe, what he normally does is cut the wave and farms the enemy jungle pre-10 minutes, pre-15 minutes. I can't really deal with that too well here on the side of 496, so he's pretty safe to do that. So Kunkka is going to be pretty good to recover. They just need to keep that in mind for their last pick, because unless it goes terribly wrong here for the I'm thinking
Ornamental Dragon.
Yes, for the Ornamental Dragon, which is a good one. Unless it goes terribly wrong for Ornamental Dragon in the mid lane, he is going to be booting the Kunkka out around 8 minutes, relatively early on. So they need to have someone that doesn't also get booted into the jungle at that time. They need someone in the safe lane that can farm a little bit longer to allow Kunkka to get an item. For example, this game, I'm a particularly big fan of the Halberd actually for OD, because it's going to give him a 5-second disarm.
Not a bad idea.
You know,
I
stuff
still
like this.
I like the traditional Axe force down.
We can talk about that. But either way, we both agree that it needs to be, he needs time to farm one item.
Yes,
and you can't be splitting that farm with your safe laner at this point. So
that's why I like the safe laners that Army Changes particularly is banning.
Yeah.
The Ursa and the Drow Ranger are both really good against the Axe. They're gonna go for Spectre. Okay, actually Spectre doesn't have that bad a matchup against Axe, because you can just ignore him and you can easily blast him into the tower, and Spectral Dagger is usually a really solid save, but it's not as strong as Ursa Drow. You're not gonna stop Axe from farming, and that's one of the difficulties. Axe can snowball pretty hard. He's one of the best offlaners at doing that specifically, and Army Jesus has been known to just like to play the early mid game. Now what are they gonna pick against them? Terrorblade. Okay, this is probably the latest lineup I've ever seen them do. Terrorblade really strong against the Spectre.
yeah,
But
my concern again is, like
that
I
other
said,
dude is gonna stop you.
yeah, other dude is gonna come in and just kick Mamang Daya out of the lane. There's not much Mamang Daya can do. He's a strong player, Mamang Daya. I know he is. We've seen him play a lot. So is DB, but they're gonna have to be farming in the same spot here, which is not amazing, especially if the old.
Let's say the Ousting Drinker.
The Ousting Drinker can do well. I don't know how you're so good at this. What is this? What is this skill?
This is all I'm thinking about while I'm analyzing. But yeah, I agree. He has a lot of magical damage for the Terrorblade, who usually struggles a bit with his intelligence gain. Also, Terrorblade, one of the weaknesses he has, people don't really notice much, is that since he's an illusion farmer, he actually usually falls back in terms of experience, which is most of the time not relevant because you just have enough items to make up for it. But when you don't go for stats items, which is not always the case for Terrorblade, you're going to be behind in your stat gain, particularly in the intelligence, which OD can definitely take advantage of and absolutely destroy you. And this is a bit of an issue because it's not just him that's bringing a lot of magical damage to the table.